Hi, I'm Kat Miller. Welcome to Passionate Living. Today, as we head into the warm summer months of August, we have a very special adventure to take you on where we find people living their passions and using them to make a difference. And where better than a visit to the county fair? And this county fair is one of the biggest of all. It is the Erie County Fair in Western New York, and you are going to meet people today whose lives have changed the world around them for sure. So buckle your seatbelts and get ready for a fun-loving roller coaster ride to the county fair. Jim, I was going to ask you, first off, I grew up coming to this fair from the time I was little. I remember meeting your dad when I was a little girl, and then we started doing the shows. My mom had to get this jewelry, health food, psychic store back in the 70s. And we would take it on the road in the summers, and we would do the jewelry, and we were concessionaires, and we travel with the Strates Shows. So sitting here and talking with you today is going to be a blast, because it's so cool to me, this whole world. It's a whole different world, and that you grew up in.
Well, I should be interviewing you, Kat. And I said this earlier. So while we begin to talk about this, your audience should know we've already been talking about this for about 2 hours already. But yeah, we were on the Strait Shows together as kids at the same time.
Yeah, because we were there at the same. We must have met
bizarre.
Each other, known each other. That's a blast.
And my brother saw you in our office area here the other day, and he said, "Jimmy, who was that? She looked so familiar." And I thought to myself, "Wow, could he be seeing a face that he knew when he was a kid,
right,
and recognizing
so many years
you?"
ago.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's happened to me. Like 30 years later, I see someone that I knew. So who knows? But it's a small world. It's really interesting. So
now, how did your grandfather started this, right? Tell me a little bit about his journey.
Well, he was a Greek immigrant, and I believe the reason it was right around the turn of the century. I think he was born in maybe 1909. I should probably read the history page on our website. Don't worry, I forgot what I had for breakfast already. In fact, and it's easy because I missed breakfast already, right?
I was just going to say I didn't have it, so I didn't think about it. Yeah.
But anyway, so my grandfather lived in Greece in the mountains above Sparta, and I think a bunch of wars going on between Turkey and Greece, and was resulting in just the decimation of all the young populations in those countries. So they were off doing the thing they were doing, and the parents didn't want their kids killed. So when he was 15, they loaded him on a ship and they sent him through England to the United States with other relatives to go live with other relatives.
Wow.
But his parents didn't come with him. So they sent him out of there, though, to avoid almost certain death. So really, he came to America as a young person that was fleeing war.
Right.
And so my grandfather was a Greek immigrant fleeing from war, and if the United States didn't allow him in, then the only railroad carnival in America today would not be in existence.
Right.
I wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be playing the Erie. A lot of things would be different.
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you.
And there's a lot of good. And you listen, it would just be a different reality. But there was the goodness of this country, and they let him in. And he achieved the American dream. He went to high school. He was working in a shoe factory. I think it was the Endicott Johnson Shoe Factory in Endicott, New York area. And they had moved around a little bit. But he was going to school, and he was wrestling, which was just a high school thing to do. And the Greek wrestlers in that community decided they were going to start a show when they didn't know what they were going to do. They were making shoes already, and they're probably getting tired of making shoes. So anyway, they decided to put together their own wrestling show because they were all high school wrestlers. And I guess they were pretty good at it, so they took this wrestling show and started going from town to town for 4 different Greek wrestlers. Yeah. So they were growing. They realized they needed to spread out the entertainment a little bit. So they decided they needed something to drive up those all almighty per cap spendings by getting something for everybody. So we needed something for the kids, for mom. So anyway, the food started up, the game started up, and the ride started up. And the first thing they did was they bought, I think it was a Ferris wheel. The next one was a merry-go-round, and they started to get animals, and they began to form an animal show. And later on, it turned into performing animals and an animal show, and then livestock shows. And the shows began to grow. So that the name of our company was James E. Strates Shows, and that's not James E. Strates' show. It's James E. Strates Shows, which is plural. The shows is plural.
Oh, okay.
So the plural shows is a reference to the name was the name when there were multiple shows, and it primarily wasn't a carnival.
Okay.
It was a wrestling show that developed into other shows. And so there was the freak show and the girl show and the elephant show and the wrestling show and the athletic show and the fat lady show. And they call those 10s and 1s. They were freak shows, but they call them 10 and 1s because there might be 10 different attractions under one banner. So 10 things under one tent. So anyway, Young Strangler Lewis was my grandfather, and the other guys had their own name. The moment that everybody else had enough of this and they decided, I'm done, I'm going home. My grandfather was the only one in the group that just hadn't had enough, and he bought out their interest and stuck with it. So that was the moment where it really began its transition to something else, and as time progressed, the rides were the things that kept getting a little more spectacular and never really got politically incorrect, whereas the other things became, in the public's eye, less spectacular and more politically incorrect.
We would run, I lived in Hamburg, and the railroad track was about half mile back, and we'd hear the train, and we would run to get to the tracks so that we could see the train come in, because it was so exciting. You had all of this on the side of it, and we knew all of the elephants and the tigers and the rides.
Pretty funny stuff.
And again, now, you know, as I got older, became very aware of animal rights and the whole thing. But as a child, I mean, I grew up this was exciting.
James E. Strait Shows, we now call it Strait Shows because I'm named after my grandfather, and I've got 4 other brothers and sisters that don't think their business should just be named after one of their siblings.
Yeah.
So I try to remind them, it's not just my name, it's Grandpa's name.
Yeah.
Leave my name on the wagon. Anyway, they didn't listen to me, and they called it Strait Shows now. And that's still okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Rat bastards.
Now, could you show me around this show?
Let's go.
But I remember growing up, like at the Roadhouse or the Food House after, you know, the show was closed and everybody went to eat. And I remember the guys that had seniority got these rides that turned upside down because change would fall out of people's pockets. So there was like an extra bonus point if you had the rides that people turned upside down. In the carny world, in the carny hierarchy, because there is a hierarchy.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah, yeah.
If you saw that, I do not question that it's reality. I'm guessing there was a United States Marine Corps boss, my father, and I say Marine Corps boss because they say once a Marine, always a Marine.
Right.
I'm guessing there was a guy that wasn't knowledgeable that they were doing that at that moment.
Yeah.
Probably knew that they did it because he would see him from time to time and yell at him and tell him to get back.
Right.
But it doesn't surprise me to find out that it happened. So and how do I know that at least part of what you're saying is absolutely true? Is because we have actually had over the years incidents where some guys were so intent on finding change under a mythical ride, like we'll just name some crazy name like the Zipper, that they get hit in the head by it while it's operating. So anyway, actually, it was the Zipper, and there's been multiple people, because the Zipper has such a propensity for shaking money out of people. It happens to be the place that most people looking for money would look, and they just haven't come to the level of expertise that they should look when the ride's not running instead of when the ride's running. But there's also that adage that says, you snooze, you lose, and if the money hits the ground, it's not going to be there very long. So if you're there when it's falling, you're most likely the guy that's going to get it if you can stay alive.
Now, what is this ride you have brought me to?
This is the Crazy Mouse.
Will we
Well,
be able
yeah,
to put the
I was
GoPro
looking.
on here?
I was going to say Wild Mouse, which is the previous iteration, but this
Okay.
is the Crazy Mouse.
All right.
And we had a mouse early in the day too. It was an all wooden coaster, which was quite a thing.
So are we gonna ride this?
If you would like to ride it, we will ride it.
Are you a crazy mouse? Do you like the crazy mouse?
I like them all.
All right.
I have to say that though because I'm trying to sell.
All right. Well, if I throw up, it'll be a bonding.
You won't throw up.
experience.
Oh. Listen. Can I start interviewing? Because earlier in my interview with Kat, I found out that she has had a few episodes with motion sickness. Some story about a tandem skydive jump, you go left, I'll go right, something. But anyway, maybe we'll save that for the podcast. Jumping out of an airplane, did anyone say to you like, I don't know, your chute doesn't look good, I don't think I'd jump it, and then push you out the door?
No. Did you have that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I wasn't on
you
camera
were-
when
were
I
you
got
on
sick
camera
though.
when you
When we hit the tooth, I held it until the cameraman went down on his own, and then I got sick. So, oh my God, here we go. We're going up. This is where it gets crazy. All right.
Well, you know, can we stick something?
I love it. Oh, I haven't thrown up yet. This is good, Jim. Oh, that was fun. Oh man. So this is your favorite ride? No?
Not anymore.
What is the passion, like for you, for your family? What is passion in, like, if you could say it in 100 words or less? What is passion for your family that they are now, in your son, 4 generations of doing these shows and providing this joy for people?
Kind of a multifaceted question, so I'm going to work on the first part, which is keep it down low. You know, the attraction, there's a statement, and you may have heard it when you were young going through it, and you probably experienced it, but they call it getting sawdust in your shoes. And getting sawdust in your shoes means you were around here, and back in the day they used to cover the mud with sawdust. Mm-hmm. And so you walk around, you get sawdust in your shoes. Basically it means you have walked the walk of this lifestyle, and when you get sawdust in your shoes, there's something in your soul that makes you want to return to it. And I spent 8 years in the Marine Corps, and I could have kept doing that. Loved it to death. Life changes there. So my decision to come into it was part based on the sawdust in my shoes from when I grew up in it, and part is based on the fact that there's a tradition, and the tradition needs to be continued. And I have sawdust in my shoes, and I have my grandfather's name, and so who better than me? And so it seemed like a natural, and so I'm off and running, and I don't want to speak for all my brothers and sisters, but I imagine that they are operating under the same premise and the same drive, except that they didn't like the James E, so they took my name off it and put their name on it.
I know,
So,
right?
which goes
How
to show.
unfair is that?
No, listen, I don't feel like I'm an owner. I've never felt like I'm an owner, and it's not that I don't feel like I have ownership. I feel like there's this thing that my grandfather started, and he was instrumental in it, and it was his life, and my father continued it. I feel like I am the caretaker of a tradition and a history that I'm part of, but it's bigger than me, so what I need to do is take good care of it.
It's bringing joy to people.
Yeah.
Every
listen,
day.
I mean,
when you see the joy on the faces of people on the Midway and these children and even the adults who grew up with the fairs, that's got to be worth.
Yeah, you know, there's one, maybe I'm here to make kids good, maybe I'm here to help other people with their lives, and it's just the carnival is the conduit by which we do it. I don't know. Then the real thing is, I don't know, so you know what? We need to play all angles. We'll take care of them, and we'll make the kids smile, and we will take this thing very gingerly, we'll take good care of it, and we'll pass it on to the next time.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll have a lot of family around us when we say goodbye, and then someone else will take it up and run, because I'm about exhausted today.
Well, thank you. You're wonderful. Oh my God, what a joy. What a joy to talk with you and to go around the fair and to have this experience with you. So beautiful. Experience Maribon, Western New York's first and only social club exclusively for seniors. Our members receive daily hot home-cooked meals prepared by our caring staff. And our exclusive stylist comes in weekly for members to get their hair done. Connecting with others is one of life's greatest gifts, and days spent at Maribon are fun for all of our members and comfort to their families. Call one of our directors to set up a private tour. We can't wait to meet you.
Here we go. Sing too fast. When I say now.
Oh my God, Hildy, this is the second year I've seen you, and you are unbelievable. I mean, everything you do on stage, and you're funny while you do it.
Well, number one, you have good taste. And number two, you saw me also the year I peaked this year, you know.
Oh,
so
is it just the peaking year? It's all downhill from here.
Who
huh?
knows, but I think I feel pretty confident this is the year, yeah.
Now, last year, John was telling us, John Park was
Yeah, I
saying,
remember John. I know, we are good friends actually.
yeah, he said you're just, you are. It's just amazing. How did your passion for this start?
Well, I was a social worker in Germany, and then I became a juggler. It was a hobby back in the beginning, and then I needed to make some money. I got an audition at Busch Gardens, and I got in, and I lived in Key West. I don't know if you've been to Key West.
Oh, I
There's
love
a really,
Key West,
really
yeah.
active street performing scene there on Midway Square. So I spent 2 winters there, and then things just took care of themselves. I really had a passion for juggling, and I loved making people laugh, and these things came together quite nicely. That's good. Mick Jagger on stage. Check it out.
Tell when you're on stage you're having fun.
No, I have total joy, and also I do believe it's like when you're on stage, it's my job to like let people know there's no place I'd rather be than right now, right here with you. And if you can't do that, people will pick up on that, and you have to really commit fully. And even if you don't mean it, you still do it. And then usually it's sort of self-feeding prophecy. It takes care of itself doing the show, yeah.
It does, and it shows.
And Kendra, when I have Kendra, the sign language
she's great. That was
and
great.
it's really fun,
yeah.
and she has a great sense of humor.
I love it.
Oh, JFK, you say JFK, cool. Obama has one. That's from the wife. And my favorite is Trump. And that's the truth, I'm not making it up.
Now, our show is Passionate Living. So we highlight people living their passions and using them to make a difference in the world. Which you are touching so many people. Wait, that sounds wrong. You're touching so many people's hearts. So many
no
people's
more further
hearts.
questions, Your Honor. And it's nice to know, whatever you do in life, to know that what you do matters and means something to people, even if it's just a fleeting moment or a short period of time. But yeah, we're focusing often so much on the negative things and things that set us apart. So it's nice to be in a situation where 45 minutes we have everything in common with the people.
I love that. And what would you tell somebody that's out there that wants to follow their dream and live their passion, but they're kind of afraid? They're kind of like
Well, it's okay to be afraid, you know. Afraid keeps you motivated, keeps you on your toes, and also it means you care. If you wouldn't be afraid, if you really care, then you know. I mean, I think fear often is a sign of caring also, and just get really good at it. I mean, that's the other thing. Just whatever you pick, it doesn't matter what it is. You know, if it's knitting or deep sea diving or joggling, just be so good that nobody can ignore you, and you care, and then again, it takes care of itself usually.
Oh, that's
But don't be afraid to be afraid. It's all good.
Oh, I love that. That's a great advice. Oh, Hildy, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
It was so beautiful.
Thank you.
It was really beautiful to experience your show and to experience your beautiful spirit.
Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you struggle with daily activities because of pain, anxiety, insomnia, or depression? Do you want to feel like yourself again without the side effects of prescription drugs? There's a fast, safe, and effective non-drug option available. Alpha-Stim is an FDA-cleared handheld medical device with no lasting side effects or risk of addiction, and it's proven effective by more than 140 independent clinical research studies over the past 40 years. Talk to your healthcare professional today about getting started with Alpha-Stim.
everyone, my name is Melissa Archer and I'm here today with Mental Fitness Moments, and we are going to chat about giving to others. Research has shown that giving to others and acts of kindness improves our mental well-being. Being kind, or anything from saying hello, giving someone a hug in the time of need, taking in their groceries, mowing their lawn. We live here in Western New York, shoveling their driveway. Anything that can help someone not only improves your mental well-being, but makes them feel good too. So it's improving their mental well-being. So I hope that these little tidbits, are just some things that I can give to you to help lower the temperature of our everyday grind and make things just a little bit easier day by day. So thank you for joining me with Mental Fitness Moments, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Passionate Living.
Yes.
Rosina, I think this car, don't you think this was a great idea to sit in the car?
No.
Post
No.
rides at the fair?
Yeah, no.
No, I think it fits us more than enough room.
That's debatable.
Yeah, make sure to join us every week on Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 11 a.m. And on our YouTube channel, we live stream now on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. at Passionate Living TV, and on our website, passionateliving.com. And Rosina,
Yes.
as we make our exodus from the show today, I just want to say, as much as I love you, I feel a little cramped in this
You?
car.
You?
I feel a little cramped.
Then go.
Okay, but Rifat stole our shoes.
I know.
Rifat took our shoes, so we can't get out now.
I have to move the shoes.
No.
No, don't move our shoes. Don't take our shoes. I don't
Yeah.
think this is what Jim meant by sawdust in your shoes.
I don't either.
I don't either. But we'll see you next week on...
Passionate Living.
Yeah, you were here.
Yeah.
If you saw that, I do not question that it's reality. I'm guessing.
Well, if I throw up, it'll be a bonding
You won't throw up.
experience. Oh. I haven't thrown up yet. This is good, Jim.
And getting sawdust in your shoes means you were around here, and back in the day they used to cover the mud with sawdust.
I have sawdust in my shoes.
You're...
I know what Jim means now. I put one leg up.
Look, I'm literally sitting on your leg, and my other leg is nowhere near being in here.
I know we can get in here for the shot.
No, we can't.
What if we make it rock? Oh. But I think there's an evil side to Rifat.
You think? I witnessed it many times.
But we fit my char, we fit the brush. Hello, would you like to come in too? We have plenty of room in here. Plenty of room.
Oh my God!
Rifat. Our shoes.
This. And this.